Welcome to your daily focus for June the 15th, 2022. 666 energy once again, yes, the second time out of three. We also have Venus and Jupiter kind of in a little bit of a tiff up in the sky. On the other hand, the Sun and Saturn are getting along in harmony, and then we have Mars and Chiron meeting in the sky and conjuncting. We'll get to all of that. Let's start at the beginning. My name's Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you, truly, for all the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. I truly do send it right back to you. So we have the 15 energy. The 15 energy is about releasing of behaviors and habits that no longer serve us. Or it could be things, but most times it's behaviors and habits. It could be about our mundane routines, but we're really understanding what has value in our life and what does not have value, what needs to leave in order for us to feel that liberation, in order for us to feel that freedom. And if we go into the daily numerology, the 18, it is once again, it's about the feeling of liberation. It's about your emotion and understanding what makes you feel free and wild and liberated, independent, strong, courageous, beautiful, talented. What makes you feel those things? What raises your confidence and from the heart center? So back to the 15, 1 plus 5 is a 6. So that is our routines. That is our health and well-being. And it's also a lot to do with relationships. If we do the 1 plus 8, it's a 9. So the 9 energy is about release and letting go and making space, making a clearing for the new beginnings, the new starts that we want to incorporate into our life, the thoughts that we want to make a reality. Now we have the 666 energy, and the 666 energy has a bad rap. Okay, there's no such thing as good energy and bad energy, really. It's what we do with that energy. Okay, so they brought out a bunch of movies, and somewhere in the Bible it has that 666 thing. But it's one spot out of a tremendous amount of information. The 666 energy, if you really look at the numerology of it, it boils down to the simple fact that we get a slight nudge in order to go in the right direction. Somehow our focus has gone into different areas, or our energy has gone into different areas. We're spending our time in different areas. We're spending our money in different areas than we should be. And so things can happen. And yes, it can kind of seem like chaos. It can seem like just a little thing somebody said that really woke you up to the fact that you weren't on the path that you need to be on, or your focus wasn't where you wanted it to be at the present time. So it's about looking so that the universe doesn't nudge you too much, because when they get to choose, it's not as nice. Okay, Sun in Gemini. Moon is in Capricorn. We have Venus and Jupiter not getting along. And so that can stir a little bit of restlessness in us. Absolutely. Mars and Chiron are conjunct, and that will connect us with a mission. We'll see a way forward. We'll see what we want to step into. It could be fate. It could be karma. It could be destiny that comes up under a Mars Chiron. Okay, where you need to go forward, what kind of mission. And it's usually a mission of healing, or healing the world, or healing another, or healing yourself, and taking action to make it so. So it could be, the release of suppressed memories. So if something pops up in your head and it's from a long time ago, and you actually start in tears over revisiting it in your mind, try and detach yourself a little bit from the emotion. Absolutely, as much as you can, actually, but let it play out. Okay, there's something that will push you towards where you need to go, a new opportunity, a new path. Maybe you start a group of some sort. Maybe you join a group of some sort. Maybe you start researching or learning or educating yourself about something. because this is the kind of energy where we can actually stand prepared and ready to address those problem areas in our heart, in our world, in our reality. So take definite steps to boost your confidence during this time. Maybe it's your body image, maybe it's a diet that you're looking for, maybe it's new clothes that make you shine a little bit more, or fixing yourself in some way. Allowing some scar or some wound to actually heal, to let it go, to move it into the past, to not let it be a part of your present or your future going forward. And then, of course, we have the Sun and Saturn getting together, and that is a sense of strength or pride. And how do we get that strength and pride? By meeting our responsibilities. So the more we step up to the plate today, the more empowered, the more confident, the more prideful we'll be of who we are and where we're going. It's also a time where we accept our limitations, okay? No matter how much a fish may try, it will never climb the tree. And so we have to understand where we ourselves are limited and accepting that and saying it's okay that I'm limited there because I have this gift and that gift and this knowledge. My intuition is leading me in this direction anyway. Now, there's a trine happening in the sky, and it's all in the water signs. So we are empowered. We are empowered with communicating in very helpful ways or very practical ways. Our 2 cents makes a difference under this kind of energy because it's words with emotion to lead people into a better spot or to lead yourself into a better spot. Okay, let's see what the cards have to say. So our shadow card is, look at this, the Hierophant. It's a belief that there is something greater than you. So it's a day to talk to your God, your angels, your spirit guides, past loved ones. Allow them to download knowledge and wisdom to you, answers to your questions, and know that they are a presence around you. And they are walking with you. And when you cry, they sob. Honestly. They want happiness and joy in your life. They want you to reach every plateau that you set for yourself. Every success. You have to do the work. But it's a day to talk with them. And they will release information to you, understanding to you. And what you do with that knowledge, what you do with that clarity and awareness is up to you. We have the Emperor as our first card. I love the Emperor because the Emperor doesn't hope and wish and dream and talk about fairies and unicorns and rainbows and leprechauns and pots of gold. The Emperor thinks very soundly of what he wants to bring into his world, his empire. And he starts to devise an outline in his mind or on paper perhaps. And he realizes that there are a lot of gaps of things that he doesn't know how to do to really bring in the success that he wants. So he brings in people, he brings in knowledge, he brings in wisdom. So once again, the Hierophant. So maybe we're bringing somebody in today into our lives as a mentor or a teacher, or we become the teacher, depending on where we are in our path. The Emperor then sets out a plan. Even though everybody gave their 2 cents worth, he will take what he thinks is necessary to reach the goal and beyond. And then he sets his plan in action, his strategy in motion. And he expects. He is expectant of everything materializing the way he sees it or better. He's one of the highest diplomats in the deck. He's also one of the highest intuitives in the deck, which tells me that our minds and our hearts will work in conjunction in order to make the right decisions. It's not based solely on logic, but it's not based solely on emotion either. It's that beautiful right in between that gives us that grounded We take a little bit of a risk based on the logic we have inside. Wow, strong cards. Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune is the 10 energy. It's about a change of seasons, new energy coming in. So this is always a card that says that there are beautiful days coming towards us. We may feel that restlessness today, but we also may feel that mission today come into our path, into our spectrum. And with the Wheel of Fortune card, it talks about going into a new season of happiness, of joy, a new chapter, perhaps a new book completely, a new opportunity, a new relationship, a new way of doing, being, becoming, a lighter energy approaching. And then we have the Four of Pentacles, but we hold on to what we don't need. We're so afraid of losing it. Now, it's actually been proven that if you are one of those people that put things away because you might need them one rainy day, you get something and it comes with a set of screws, but you didn't need the set of screws, but you saved the set of screws anyways instead of using them for the intended purpose. And you think, oh, one day I'm going to need these. But it's actually what you're doing is you're training your subconscious to think in a lack-minded approach to life. We may not be able to afford these 4 screws when we do need them. So we best hold on to them. We best keep them close to us just in case we need them. And so we're actually telling ourselves, we're actually telling the universe when we're talking about trying to manifest things in our life, we're actually saying, oh yeah, I want a lot of money, but if I don't get the money, I'm holding on to these screws. Now you take that in any context of your life that you might, but you know what? Let it go. If it doesn't have value in your life at the present moment in time, let it go. It will arrive when you need it. Don't worry about that, okay? It always shows up. I've never had a moment in my entire life, although I doubted it sometimes, that they were going to come in at the last moment and just kind of make everything come together perfectly, that I survived. And they do it each and every time. I'm here to say it, otherwise I wouldn't be here. So I know from personal experience that if you expect them to help, they will help. And if I need it down the road, it will be there waiting for me down the road. I don't need to hang on to it. So what are you hanging on to? It could be a relationship. It could be a way of thinking, of believing, your interpretation of something. Somebody comes along and tells you something and you're like, that doesn't match this at all, but wow, does that ever make sense? Don't close the door on it. Investigate. It's being shown to you for a reason, for goodness sakes. Once we let go of all the stuff, we're free. We're free to move our hands around, take a step away, get off that bench. And we turn around and we see this gigantic door of abundance, and look at, it's being guarded by angels waiting for you to come forward. So know how close you are, but you do have to release certain things in your life in order to make the way for new beginnings, new starts. Okay? Very much the energy of the moon, isn't it? Okay. I don't even know where I'm going here. I think to a mantra card. I almost went to the Journey of Love cards, but something said, no, wrong deck. I just do what I'm told during these readings. Oh, goodness. Now, just to let you all know, and I'm going to try really hard to stay on task this time around and do videos. I know I've let you down sorely in the past when I said I'm going to be here, and I'm not here. But if you're new, then you don't know the story. But if you've been around, you know the story. So I'm going to try and give the quickest recap I can. I was the caregiver for my mom when she had dementia, and it just got impossible for me to do. I took her to a place where they would open their arms, and they really did. They treated her like a queen. It was a 24-hour drive in one direction, and it tore me into pieces doing it. we'll skip forward a couple more years. She's passed, and we're going through the whole estate process. But I need to go back there and thank everybody that I can for the love that they showed my mom, for the caring, the compassion, the togetherness. I mean, it was just, it's beyond words how beautiful they treated my mom. And so I'll be taking off for 2 to 3 weeks, very, very shortly, actually. And we'll see what day I leave. It keeps changing and things keep popping up, and I have to kind of change it and then change it again and change it again. So, but if I'm not here, please know that I am returning and I'm doing my best. But I imagine it's going to be a very emotional time for me. So I just might not have the actual energy. My energy has to be high to show up for you guys, because I want the message to be true and loud and strong. I do not want it to waver. Okay, originality, blaze your own trail. That's very much the Sun and Saturn getting together and saying, you've got this. We're going to make you feel that stability, that strength underneath your feet. We're going to make you feel that confidence, and you are going to go forward. And you know what your limitations are, so just go in a new direction. You've got this. Originality, blaze your own trail. So be a go-getter, a free spirit by nature, which was all of the numerology, wasn't it? To being a free spirit. Exhibit originality, courage, and defiance. You were born to succeed and breathe excitement, love, and life into the lives of others. The mantra is, love me without fear, trust me without wondering, love me without restriction, love me without demands. I am worth it. I am worth it. I am deserving of it. I am worth it. I am worthy. Okay. Let's see what our animal's going to be today. The heron. The heron's back. Patience. Well, I've got these down at the creek. And they stand in stillness. They stand in silence. You don't even see them. They blend right in, and they don't move, like not a feather, for extended periods of time, until they just look like some reeds coming out of the water, so that their prey gets courage and walks up to them, and then their lunch. But they're beautiful, huge, majestic. They look something like they're out of the prehistoric times when they fly over their long, long legs and their long, outstretched wings. So the heron. And it's about patience. Are we going to get it? Oh. Create a place in nature's stillness and be renewed. Take time alone to find balance. Step confidently towards your purpose. Patience will bring you rewards. So we have that confidence and we have that strength. So do not be impatient with yourself as you're taking those steps. Chances are it's steps that you've never taken before. So there's an awkwardness, there's a restlessness, there's a confusion, there's an anxiety, but also allow for an anticipation to going towards your dreams and manifesting the things that you do want to bring into your life going forward. And until we meet again, remember, I do love you.